Hello and welcome to Murder by Numbers. After we've beaten the first Phoenix Wright game just recently, I thought we can't just stop investigating murders now, can we? So we're gonna continue with a different game. As I said, Murder by Numbers. I already really like the soundtrack of this start screen. There was a sort of intro sequence, but I don't know how well that would go with YouTube and copyright stuff, so let's just ignore that. You can probably check it out somewhere else. And let's go. Let's find out what this is all about. Case 1, show's over. This will overwrite your autosave. Are you sure you want to continue? Considering I haven't done an autosave yet, I would like to say yes. Okay, computer starting up. Visual ontology database error. Connecting to test server failed. Scout is initiating a test sequence. Data is damaged. Ow. The basics of image reconstruction are simple. See that grid? By filling in certain squares, a picture will appear. The clues on the sides of the grid tell you which squares to fill in. Once you've filled in the right squares, you'll complete the image. See how this row has 5 written here? That means that 5 connected squares in this row should be filled in. Since there are 5 squares in a row in total, that means all of them should be filled. Yes, let's fill these in now. So this is the basic not the basic premise, but this is the concept of the game. Throughout the game you'll find a lot of these sort of riddles. I don't know how familiar you may be with them. I mainly know them from, I don't know which version, which edition of Pokemon it was. There was a Pokemon game where you could play this sort of game in the casino. I think it was the other way around, but it worked on the same principles. So you see here you've got a vertical and a horizontal, you've got vertical and horizontal lines. In each of those, on the side of them, it tells you how many of the squares need to be filled. So as the tutorial said, it says 5 here, so these 5, this row needs to be completely filled up. Great, see how the clue there went grey? That means you followed that clue properly. I didn't really see what clue went grey, but okay. Now we're going to introduce the other important part of image reconstruction puzzles, making squares that must be empty. Take a look at this column. The one clue means that only one square in this column should be filled in. Because one square is already filled, that means none of the others can be. So we should mark these squares with a cross to remind us that they shouldn't be filled in. Mark these 4 squares with X's now. How do I do that? Right click? Yeah, right click. Intuitive? Great. Now do the same for the second column. I will. I will also do the same for the 5th column. Yes. Okay, we're nearly there. This row has a clue of 2, which means 2 connected squares are filled in. Because we put in those X's earlier, there's now only one place where this other square can go. Fill it in now. Yep. Now do the same on this row. As you can see, making squares with X's is really important and makes reconstructing the images much easier. Image reconstruction can be boiled down into these 2 tasks: filling in squares that are correct, placing X's in squares that cannot be filled in. Now use the techniques you've learned here to complete this puzzle. Will do. These are full, these aren't. There we go, we've got an arrow of some sort. It could be a fan. Like if you rotate the image about 90 degrees to the left, that could be a fan. Well, it says so right here, we found a right arrow. Now what is the meaning of this right arrow? Okay, on to the next one. Error corrupt data. It's trying to load a couple of VDF files. Not that I know what they are, but... Next, let's look at a really useful technique called overlapping. I'm unfamiliar with that. This row has a clue of 4. Remember, that means that 4 connected squares should be filled in. Oh, it probably means that the 4 need to be connected. If there's only one number in there, they need to be connected. If there's 2 numbers, they can't be connected. But it'll probably be explained right there. Given there are 4 connected squares and only 5 possible spaces, that means there are only 2 possible places this group could go. Look at the 3 squares in the middle of the row. Notice how no matter where we place this group, these 3 squares are always filled. That means we can safely fill them in now. Go ahead. Yes. Good job, this is overlapping. Working out which squares will always be filled in or always empty, regardless of where the group goes. Let's try a few more examples. The middle square in this one has to be filled in. Take a look at this row. This only has 3 connected squares, which means there are 3 possible positions it can be in. Even in this situation, there's an overlapping square, the one in the middle of the row. Fill it in now. Notice how this row has 2 number clues. This means that this row has 2 groups, one of 3 connected squares and one that is just a single square. Groups must be separated by at least 1 blank space, so for example in this instance it must go 3 squares, at least 1 blank square and then 1 final square. Given that there are only 5 squares in a row, there's only 1 possible layout that will fit here. Okay, so this also automatically tells you that the 3 have to come first and then you have a space and then comes a 1. It couldn't be the other way around. Fill in the highlighted squares and then put an X in the square we know must be empty. I will do just that. We can do some more overlapping on this column. Given that we already have one of the squares filled in, there are now only 2 possible places this group could go, and 1 more overlapping square. Fill in that square now. Did you notice that in the previous case the last square will never be filled in? Crossing out squares that you know must be empty is as crucial as filling them in, so let's cross that one out now. Which one is he talking? This one. Yeah, because this is connected. Yeah, makes sense. On the subject of crossing things out, notice how the last column has been completed already by following other clues. Cross out all the other squares in this column so you know to keep them blank. Yes. There we go. Excellent work. Now use all of the techniques you've learned so far to finish this puzzle. Alright, we will do just that. These both need 4. Let me think about this. These need 3 connected and they can't go up, so this needs to go down. Therefore, there needs to be a space in here because there's 2 different 1 blocks. Therefore, this needs to be black. Therefore, the 4 connected here need to go through here, making this blank. Meaning that this has to be a black space because otherwise you couldn't fulfill this condition. Meaning that either of those have to be black. Because we're still missing 1 black space in this row, that's not a row, in this column, we need to put it in there, therefore making this blank. And this also has to be blank because we already have the 3 black squares in this row. And there we go, we get a dog? Yeah, a dog. I don't know what the significance of said dog is, but we've got a dog. Another visual ontology test successfully completed. A dog, how cute. Let's try the others. A lot more of corrupt data. Reached end of test sequence. Tests completed successfully. And we're in some kind of junkyard. Where am I? Accessing memory. 85% memory corruption. How? What happened? I should try and find a way out. Oh, it's a garbage bag. Wait, does that mean that this is a garbage dump? Did someone throw me away? How could they? Difficulty select. Choose your difficulty level. Easy. Complete rows are automatically crossed out. Hints are on by default. No. I didn't even read through the normal difficulty. We're not playing on easy. Several hours later. Now it would be important to know who Miss Terry is. I'm going to assume it's her. Or is it her? She's got her mouth open. Difficult to say because I'd obviously give them very different voices. We'll figure it out as we go along. And that's how I discovered the missing murder weapon. It was inside the butler all along. Okay, that was the wrong voice. My god, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I couldn't have done it without your help, Detective Oates. After all, someone had to distract that swarm of bees. You're right. We make a great team. It's just lucky we were in the neighborhood. We'll always be where we need it, Oates. Because wherever there's murder, there's Miss Terry. Ah, they're recording something. Cut! That's the last of reshoots, everyone. Great work. Enjoy your summer break, okay? Thank God for that. I hate reshoots. Like, I already nailed it the first time. It's not my fault I'm surrounded by a bunch of talentless idiots. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. You're not an idiot. Is her name Honor or Honor? I mean, obviously the word honor is the thing that first comes to mind, but it doesn't really fit as a name. I'm gonna call her Hannah. I don't know if that's right, but I prefer it. Hannah, can I see you in my office real quick? Sure, I'll be right there. Another meeting with the showrunner? I wish he paid that much attention to the real talent around here. Better run along now. Keep it together, Hannah. 4 months until next season. 4 months before you have to talk to her again. Thanks, Becky. Hope you have a great summer. Hope you have a great summer. Ah, what a suck-up. Please, come in. How's it going? Your wife doing okay? My wife? Yeah, she's fine. Listen, this is hard. Are we saying what's going on? Did we get cancelled? Did some of my lines get cut again? Probably, didn't they? Did some of my lines get cut again? At this rate, I might as well be an extra. No, it's not that. Not in the way you're thinking, anyway. Okay, we got cancelled. It's about your contract. Our contract got cancelled. My contract? I don't understand. She's fired. I wish there was something I could do, but... Wait, are you firing me? This isn't what I wanted. You're the showrunner, Blake. Don't act like you've got no choice. No warning? No negotiation? You're supposed to be my friend. Please, Honor. Try. I can't. What about the show? You can't just get rid of Detective Oates. The fans will go crazy. You're telling me. 3 weeks of hate mail just for changing the theme song. But sometimes things come up. Unexpected things. I have to do whatever it takes. What are these unexpected things, Blake? The network put forward the idea of a talking poodle a few months back. I might try it out. Animal companions are big right now. Right, replaced by a dog. That's dignified. I know this is coming up. Forget it, Blake. I don't need your sympathy. What I need is for you to have my back like you always used to. But I guess that's not going to happen. This isn't what I wanted, Honor, I swear. I wish I could believe you. Okay. So we've got enough time to become a detective now. A real life one. I can't believe this. 4 years of hard work and then I'm out, just like that. What am I supposed to do now? Miss Mishahi, good to see you. So you haven't seen any kids running around here, have you? No, I haven't. But did the Friday Fun Show audience escape again? Did the Friday Fun Show audience escape again? I should just not read the options, shouldn't I? Not since they started strapping them to their seats. It's just I got a report about kids spraying graffiti on the studio lawn. Same thing happened last summer. Oh, but look at me going on. You must have finished filming by now, right? Oh yeah, I'm finished. Like, not coming back finished.
What? No way.
Yeah, Blake isn't renewing my contract.
Oh jeez, that's awful. I thought you two were friends.
Me too.
What about money? What with your husband?
With your house band, yeah.
With your husband being out of the picture, wasn't this your only income? Gosh, I'd be terrified if it was me. I'm getting stomach aches just thinking about it.
Yeah, thanks for the great help. I was trying not to think about it, Bill.
Oh jeez, I'm sorry. Me and my big mouth. But you'll be fine, Miss Mishai. I just know it. I'm sure you've got a plan.
So far the plan is go home and find something strong to drink.
You take care of yourself, okay? Plenty of people here will be sad to see you go, me included.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, shouldn't you be looking for those kids?
Kids? What kids? Oh right, better go. See you around.
Now, where'd I put my car keys? Thought I had them in my handbag somewhere. Detective Oates? I'm not in the mood to sign autographs right now. Oates isn't my name, I'm just an actress, and this really isn't a good time.
But I need your help, detective. Just an actress.
I'm not a detective. Could you please just...
You're not a fan. What are you? I am Scout.
Is this some kind of prank?
Processing. Prank. A practical joke. A deception. No, I'm not a prank. I'm Scout.
Alright, where's the hidden camera?
I'm equipped with a digital imaging device, if that's what you mean. It isn't hidden, but it may be hard to see from where you're standing. Do you have any other questions?
Listen, this is all real clever, hilarious really, but I've had a bad day and I'm not in the mood. Unless you can find my car keys, I suggest you get lost.
I can help find your keys. I can find anything. Activating object identification mode.
Puzzle starts. Alright, here we go. How many rows is that? Is that 9, I suppose? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 even. Alright, we've got an 8 here. So this is presumably where we have to start. Actually, there's 3s in all of these, so I might as well just fill those out while we're at it. Oh, that's what it meant, by the way, in the tutorial. It gets grey. It's just the number gets grayed out. Fair enough. Alright. 8. We've started it here. So either we started here, and that means it's 8 down from here, or we started here and it means it's 8 down from here. Either way, we're currently in the 7th. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even if there's 1 up here still, 1 has to be here. So these 2 are crossed out. We've got 6 and 2, so that means that this has to be filled out and these have to be filled out. This is blocked off due to the 1. These are blocked off as well. Oops. Wait. Something's wrong. However, already messed up. That's a 1. These are all 3s. That's clear. This is 6 and 2. Oh, was that more than 6, was it? Yeah, put 7 in. This is crossed out. This doesn't have to be there. Wait a second. Let me just put all of that away again. Even after I said all that stuff about haha, I'm not doing easy, I'm already messing up first things first. Alright, we've got 6 and 2. That already would be 6. So there can't be. These are guaranteed, so there simply can't be 1 here and there can't be 1 here. There have to be 2 here. That means these 2 are blocked off. That means there has to be 1 here, there has to be 1 here. There we go. I don't know how I got that wrong, but yeah. A car key. Is that a car key? I guess. It's got some sort of strap on, I suppose. Alright. 3,000 points. Detective rank F. I assume that changes when you reach a total point score. There, it's in your bag. That's not my car key, that's a tampon.
Oh, tampon. Made from absorbent. I know what it is. I just don't get how this is supposed to help me open my car. Oh, yes, sorry. I'm detecting multiple faults in my object recognition systems and I really have to be going. Wait, I still need your help. I told you I'm not a real detective. Hell, I'm not even a fake one anymore. What could you possibly want me to help you with? I don't remember. Great. Well, good luck with that. Now get lost, will you? This isn't funny anymore. Oh, don't be so harsh on the poor robot. Okay. I swear LA gets weirder every day. Now where are those keys? Maybe I left them back in the studio. Is he coming back? Yeah, I did think so. Is he still going to be looking for the keys or is he going to follow Hannah? They must be around here somewhere. Okay. Who died? What was that? It sounded like it came from Blake's office. Location unlocked. Office. You now have access to the map. Use this thing to open the map. Alright. I can go to the office. Becky? I thought I heard a scream. Did your assistant bring you non-ionized water again? Is it ionized or is it ionized? I don't know. What are you doing in here? Where's Blake? He's dead. Blake. I just came in and I think I'm gonna hurt. Hey, don't leave me in here on my own. Oh, hi, Hannah. Oh my god, is that Blake? What happened? I don't know. I heard Becky scream and... Oh jeez, what are we gonna do? We gotta stay calm, right? I can do that, but I'm not qualified for this. They taught me how to check ID and how to operate the little gate, but not this. We have to call the police. Oh yeah, good idea. Call the cops. They'll know what to do. They're professionals. You just wait here. It'll all be fine. But jeez, just seeing the blood there makes me feel... Bill! Right. Yeah, police. Sorry, I'll go get help. Blake, why? Episode 1. Show's over. Who are you? And he was just lying there. Bloody hell. I'm sorry, Anna. No one should have to see that. I just don't get it. Who'd want to hurt Blake? Is this everyone? All staff present and correct, sir. Well, everyone except Blake, on account of his being dead and all. Oh jeez, me and my big mouth again. Sorry, everyone. I just can't believe what's happening. I'll take it from here, thanks. I'm Senior Detective Gary Cross. I'll be leading the investigation into the death of your showrunner Blake. I realize this is a difficult time for everyone, but if you work with me, we can see that justice is served. First off, who found the body? Becky found the body. Becky found the body. I came running when I heard her scream. He was dead when you found him? How should I know? I'm not a doctor. Becky, he's trying to help. Sorry, Detective. She's obviously still in shock. And who are you exactly? I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Hana Mizrahi. I'm an actress. Hana Mizrahi, huh? Well, I'll be... You've probably seen the show, Murder Mystery. I'll play Detective Oates. Of course you've seen it. We're a smash hit. Yeah, this must be it. I'm Becky Cole, by the way, star of the show and soon-to-be winner of this year's Starshine Award for Best Actress. Hopefully. Glad to meet you. Now what I need you to do is... An autograph? Of course, but I'm going to have to ask for a small fee. I don't want your autograph, Miss Cole. I just want you to think about what you saw. You'll all have to submit statements after I've examined the crime scene.
Do you need anything else until then, or can we go? I think we could all do with some time to process what happened.
Hold it. No one's going home. There's been a murder. I don't want anyone leaving this room until I've got the place secured. Understood?
You're being cute, right? You can't lock us in here. There's no bathroom.
Use a paper cup if you have to. I want to keep all of you in one place until I've got the facts straight.
Listen, Senior Detective, I'm not going in a cup. Where do you think we are, a frat party?
What's your name?
Casey LeBeau, award-winning hair and makeup artiste. Enchanted to meet you.
Aren't you Brits supposed to be good at keeping things bottled up? Well, now's your chance. Any other questions? Who's that hiding in the corner?
Me? I wasn't hiding. I got nothing to hide, Mr. Cross. I mean, Officer Cross.
It's not officer, it's senior detective. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Right, senior detective, got it. The name's Tully. I was just getting a drink when all hell broke loose. Senior Inspector, sir.
Let me say it slowly so you get it. Senior detective. And I meant, what are you doing here in the studio? What's your job here?
Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm a handyman by day, bodybuilder and model at night. I'm gonna be the next Schwarzenegger. That's great, and I definitely want to circle back around to this. But we still haven't solved my wee problem.
For God's sake, I'm not your babysitter, Mr. LeBeau. The matter is closed. As for everyone else, I don't care if you're an actress, the next Schwarzenegger, or William Goddamn Shatner. You're all suspects until I say otherwise. You, security guy. Bill, wasn't it? Take me to the crime scene. Everyone else just sit tight while I do my job.
The real crime around here are those eyebrows. Somebody needs to pluck those girls before they get into a cat fight. I suppose we're stuck here. So, Tully, let's talk about your bodybuilding. Several hours later. Are they still stuck in there? Looks like it. Come on already, let me out! Would you stop making so much noise? He obviously can't hear you. It's Friday night and I'm supposed to be at a party in like 3 hours. How am I supposed to get ready if I'm stuck in here with you losers? You realize Blake's dead, right? And all you can think about is your stupid party. Just because Blake's dead doesn't mean my social life has to die too. It's about time. I thought you were ignoring me.
I was. Would have kept it that way too, but I found this guy in the hallway over by the set. You got any other potential suspects wandering around that I should know about?
Shouldn't you have the studio in lockdown? What if the killer already got away?
I've got patrol cars at every exit. No one's getting out of here. But thanks for telling me how to do my job. John, you're gonna stay here until I say otherwise. Got it?
Yes, detective. Hi, I'm John Redfern. Looks like you're stuck here with us now, John. You'd better not need the bathroom. Oh my God, you're Miss Terry. Yeah, I know who I am, thanks. And you're Detective Oates. Wow, am I guest starring in a new episode or something? Right, hilarious. Who are you again? Don't worry about her, she's just starved for attention. So, are you a new crew member, or... Me? Work on the show? I wish. No, I'm just a fan. Like, the biggest fan. I can't believe I'm actually talking to Becky Cole. This is amazing. A fan? Well, why didn't you say so? It's always a pleasure to meet someone who appreciates my talents. I seriously can't even... Everyone on Usenet is going to go nuts when I tell them about this. Oh my God, he's one of those freaks from the internet. What if he's the killer? Killer? What are you talking about? Come on, Becky, you only just got here. We shouldn't be pointing fingers. Just let the detective do his job.
Do his job? We've been locked in here for hours. Why didn't I see it sooner? Hana did it.
Excuse me? Could someone maybe explain what's going on?
Think about it. She's the one who just got fired.
What the what? You got fired? It happened right before this thing with Blake. I didn't know how to tell you.
You don't need to be Miss Terry to realize that's one hell of a motive for murder.
Don't you go throwing stones, Miss Glasshouse 1996. We all know you and Blake were fighting over your no contract.
Well, I don't have to listen to this.
Don't you walk away from me. Could someone please tell me what's happening? Everything's falling apart. I just wish I could do something instead of being stuck in here. If I could get out. Maybe I can help? Am I hearing voices? Maybe we really have been locked in here too long. Hello!
You again. What are you doing here?
Helping. Do you need me to find something? Way out of here. Way out of here? I have to prove I didn't kill my friend. That might be something I can help with. How do I know I can trust you? I don't even know what you are. Ask me anything you want. I'll try my best to answer. Let's question Scout. Hello, Detective Just an Actress. Please, call me Hana. It's a pleasure to meet you, Hana. I am Scout. What would you like to know? What are you? First things first, what are you? Good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. That's why I need a detective. You don't know anything about yourself? I know I'm a robot. I'm equipped with radar and imaging camera and over 200 megabytes of storage. So, presumably a very old robot. So you're some kind of flying camera? Unclear. Most of my subroutines are corrupted, but many are for searching optical data and matching to known objects. However, most of my object database has been lost. That explains the tampon thing. How did you lose so much data? I don't know. My memory banks were severely deteriorated when I came online. I mean, there can't have been much data stored on there to begin with 200 megabytes of storage. Huh, seems like you're quite the mystery, Scout. Where did you come from? I was hiding under the set. I didn't mean in here. I mean, who made you? Ah, I don't know. All that tech and no warranty card? But I hope you don't need any spare parts. Okay, let's work backwards. How did you get here? I was following the street when I saw it. Murder Miss Terry, solving mysteries every Thursday. The billboard outside the studio. Do you solve mysteries on other days as well? I don't know if I can wait until Thursday. You said we were following the street. What were you doing? Where were you before? A bad place. There were broken electronics everywhere. No wonder I was damaged. You mean the scrap heap? Who would throw something like you away? That's what I want to find out. So what do you want from me? I told you I'm not a real detective. I understand, but perhaps you can help me find one. Scout, I've got my own problems. One of my friends is dead. Also, maybe you haven't noticed, but we're locked inside a break room. I can't help anyone right now. Then let me help you. I can find a way out of this room so you can prove your innocence. And then I'll be free to help you. It's logical, is it not? Can't argue with that. How do I know I can trust you? My friend is dead. For all I know, you could have killed him. I would never hurt anyone. I don't even know how. I only want to find out who I am. I don't see any weapons on you. I guess you're safe. But I swear, if you go all HAL 9000 on me, we're through. So can you find me a way out of here? Sure, I'll do a quick scan. I found a way out. There's a gap in the wall. It's behind you, approximately 6 feet 8 inches tall. It's a door, isn't it? That's the door, Scout. If I could get out that way, I wouldn't need your help.
Sorry, my logic circuits are obviously still warming up. Give me a moment to make a more detailed scan. Investigate. Use Scout scanning mode to locate objects of interest. Move the viewport with the mouse and click to scan when the cursor turns fully red. Oh, that is trippy. Puzzle start. Ah. Why do these turn? Oh, that's just where I place it. Alright. These are 8s, these are 8s. That's again 10, isn't it? 6, 9, 10. Yes. So we know if we ignore these two and these two, then these 6 all have to be filled out. I'm pretty sure. Yes. This has to be filled out. Same is true here. Same is true here. Alright. Since those are all since they all have spaces in between them, I can put a space, like I can put a blank space everywhere here. And I suppose, let me just check. These are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could this work in a different way? If I take that out as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it does work. Okay, so I can't just continue on here. Actually, wait. There's 3 and 3. So I have to put these 3 here and these 3 here. Those are obvious. So these are all X's. The same is true here. Same is true here. So they're alternating, basically. So I need to have this 4 in here. I'm pretty sure. If I place these 4 here, and here as well, then I can fulfill these conditions. Just X all of these out. Alright. So this would have to be filled, this would be blank. Well, I can't say that yet. It could still be the other way around. I know that this has to be blank though. And wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these have to be filled. I know that much. Okay. Still need 1. This is a 6. This could still go in both directions. Alright, we've got a 1, 1 here. So we know this has to be filled. And then this could be either of these two. We've got 3 here. I don't think that solves the problem really. Okay. But so we know that this can't be filled. This has to be a blank space. Because even if it starts here, it would end here. Alright. What else can we do? We've got 2 and 2 here. Okay. I'm sort of wondering if I can still figure this out logically by just, you know, where I can go, alright, this, and this condition applies, so we can, you know, put some blocks in and can eliminate the others. Or if I have to just go in my mind, what happens if I put a block in here and have to basically solve it by continuing and then seeing if it checks out. But right now I don't, wait, give me another second. Wait, these have to be filled out, and there has to be a blank here. There has to be a thing here. Alright, so this is already 8, isn't it? It is, so these have to be blank. This has to be filled out. Alright, we're getting closer. There has to be 1 still here. That means there has to be 1. Wait, how many do we have? 7. There has to be 1 here. This has to be blank. We have to have 1 here because these need to be connected. So this has to be blank. These have to be filled out. Since that completes all of those, these have to be blank. There needs to be 1 here. Wait, this doesn't work. This doesn't quite work. Now the thing is, I don't remember how far I have to go back. Oh, these are free. That doesn't work. Wait a second.
get these away. Get this away. This away as well. Actually, no, you can put that back in. This has to be in as well. But it's only this one, not this one. So this has to be an X. There we go. Yeah, I messed up right at the end. But it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I mean... Thank you, Scout. I can see that's an air vent. Alright. 6,000 points. No assists. I think I've located another way out. Could you verify that it's not another door? It's an air vent. That might actually work. Or at least it works in the movies. Only problem is it's sealed up with a metal cover. You don't happen to have a crowbar, do you? I don't think I have that feature. Worth a try. The cover seems to be held in place by 4 metal screws. It can probably be removed for access. Okay, so we need a screwdriver. I'm guessing you don't have one of those either. No, I'll be sure to bring it up with my creator if I ever find them. What do you think you're doing? And what is that thing supposed to be? I'm Scout. Becky is not impressed. Oh no, are you really that desperate for friends? I always knew you were weird, but I didn't think it was this bad. He's helping me. I didn't kill Blake and I'm going to prove it. Huh, how's a piece of junk like that going to help? Looks like you dug an old Betamax player out of the trash. Actually, I didn't meet Honor until after I left the scrap heap. That explains the smell around here. What's taking that detective so long? You'd think someone his age would value time. For once, I agree with you. Scout found an air vent that leads out of the room. I'm gonna get out there and prove I'm innocent. What? No way, I'm not letting you sneak out while I'm stuck in here. What are you going to do? Tie me to a chair? If you so much as touch that air vent, I'm telling Detective Cross. You get fired, Blake dies, and then you try and escape? You don't look so innocent to me. What if she's right? Escaping this room may not be the best option. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Scout, and we have to move fast. The longer we wait, the more time the killer has to cover the tracks. How do you know that? I've picked up a thing or two over the years. Murder mysteries were always my favorite kind of story. I just never expected to be in one. But before we can get out of here, we have to find some way to distract Becky. Let's question her. What do you want? How are you holding up? I'll be okay. No thanks to that idiot detective. I can't believe he's locked us in here without any protection. What if the killer tries to finish off the rest of us? You don't think they'd be trying to lay low? How should I know? I'm not a murderer. Maybe not. On the other hand... What, that contract thing? Don't be stupid, Hannah. That's just business. I'm not a suspect. I'm a victim of circumstance. Sounds like you don't think much of Detective Cross. He's so old. I thought real detectives were supposed to be cool and mysterious. The only thing mysterious about him is why he hasn't been retired yet. Were you really fighting with Blake about your contract? I do not want to talk about it. But can you believe these people? I'm their biggest star and they can't even find a few $1,000s for promotion. I swear it's like they want the show to die. What are you smiling about? Nothing, it's just I thought you didn't want to talk about it. If you really want to get out of here, you should let me go. The sooner I can prove I'm innocent, the sooner Detective Cross can concentrate on finding the real killer. No way! If I have to be stuck in here, then so do you. What about going out there together? You're just mad because you're going to miss your stupid party. Duh! It's the social event of the season. I'm supposed to be there in 3 hours. If I don't get out of here soon, everyone will be drunk by the time I get there. They won't even notice me arriving. You're more worried about getting to a party on time than about Blake? Don't you care at all?
Of course I care, it's tragic, but this isn't just any party, it's a Mitzi McCree party. Do you know how hard it is to get on our guest list? I've been trying for months. Not that you'd understand, you always got invited to these parties with your husband. Oops, sorry, ex-husband. Maybe now you're divorced, you'll finally see what it's like for people like me. You know, people who got where they are through hard work, not by marrying some rich guy. I auditioned like everybody else. Oh, sure. And who got you the audition in the first place? I still don't understand why you divorced him. If I had a guy who got me to Mitzi McCree parties, I'd never give him up. So, how does it feel to finally meet our biggest fan? Who, John? He's so pathetic. He keeps trying to talk to me about poetry or some crap, as if I want to hear poetry at a time like this. You'd think your biggest fan would know if you aren't interested. Would know you aren't interested in art. I am into art, but fashion is the art of the 90s, Honor. And John is anything but fashionable. Alright, present evidence. What do we actually have? What are you giving me that for? Oh my god, are you tracking my cycle? What kind of weird stalker are you, Honor? Okay. You know, you're more than welcome to escape with us through the air vent if you want. Me? Crawl into an air vent? You must be kidding. It'll be full of spiders and rats. I guess you're right. There might even be rat-sized spiders. Oh my god, is that a real thing? There are several species of spiders comparable in size to the average rat. Would you like to know more? Ooh, get away from me! So you definitely don't want to come with us? Over my dead body. Alright. We can arrange that. Okay. Is there anything else we can investigate around here? Oh. That is... not nice. What is it beeping towards? The microwave? Alright, we'll do the microwave. Let me have a look at this. These are just 5. That's 10 by 5, I suppose? Yes. We can fill these out. Also, what else can we fill out? These are 3 and 5. So the 3 either starts here with 1 break and then it's 5, or it starts here with 1 break and then it's 5. Either way, these have to be filled out. That's guaranteed. So these are blank. Alright. What else do we have? These are 1, 1, 1s, so they have to be lined up like this. Oops. Not those yet. 3, 5. So since there has to be a break. No. 3. So the 3 is either here or here. So I can't say anything about this yet. I'm pretty sure. This is 1, 3. And since the 3 can't be down here, the 3 needs to be here and the 1 needs to be here. Leaving this blank. The same rule applies here. There's a 3 here, meaning this has to be here, these have to be blank. Meaning there has to be 1 blank space here. The 5 starts either here or here. This is filled out though. So is this. So is this. So this is the only thing that remains. Still don't know what we got. What is that? A screwdriver. Oh, right. I was looking at it the wrong way around. Okay. Are we still in F rank? Apparently. Honor, I found something. I always pronounce it Honor. I wanted to call her Honor. My ontological database indicates it is some kind of tool, but all further data is damaged or missing. It's a screwdriver, Scout. This is just what we needed. Hey, Tully, wasn't it? I'm guessing this is yours? Huh? What makes you think that? Well, because, I mean, you're a handyman, so... Oh, right, yeah. Huh, sorry. So, do you mind if I borrow this? Mind? Why would I mind? I'll lend you a tool anytime you like. Right. maybe after we get out of here, you and me could go grab a coffee.
Scout, if you've got a cattle prod attachment, now's the time.
Well, you know where I'll be if you change your mind.
You don't have to go in with the cattle prod right away. Alright, so can I... No, I want to... Can I not just go out of there? Now that I've got the screwdriver? No, apparently not. There's anything else I have to investigate? There is. The fridge. Alright, what are we gonna do with the fridge? Oh, there's a zero autofills. Which makes me question why it's there to begin with, but fair enough if you want to have a square. Is this 10 by 10? Yes, it's 10 by 10. This is 1 and 8. So since there has to be, well, we don't know if actually we do, don't we? If we start, there has to be the 1 here and the 8 from down there, since we know. Yeah, this has to be right. There's a 2 here, so the 2 could be either here or here, which means all of these are blank. Alright, anything else down here? We've got a 7 here. That doesn't tell us anything. Neither does the 5. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be blank. Alright, what else can we do? There's 2, 2, 1. Is that enough? If we have 2, blank, 2, blank, 1. No, that's not enough to say anything conclusive about it. 2, 3, 2. If we have 2 here, that's blank, 1, 2, 3, blank, 1, 2. That would work. Would this work any other way? I don't think it would. If we had 2 here, then blank, 3, that doesn't work. Yeah, it has to be 2, blank, 3, blank, 2. That has to be the case. What do we have here? So since this starts as a 2, this has to be blank. Okay. What about this row? This is a 5. So even if it starts here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 2 have to be blank. What about this row? 1, 1, 6. I'm gonna assume one of the ones has to be up here. And wait, that's only 6 down here, right? So these have to be all filled up, which automatically means we have to do it like this. Okay. Also, since this is 1, 3, 1 and we've already got a 2 here, this has to be the first one. This has to be blank. This has to be filled. This has to be blank. We don't know about the others yet, but that's clear. This is a 4, 1. Does that tell us? No, it doesn't really tell us much. I don't think. No, it doesn't. It could start here, could start here. We don't know. The 7 doesn't tell us anything. We've got 4, 4 here. So this can't be filled. I mean, it obviously can't because we've already filled these 2. That was clear anyway. 2 and then 1. No, don't think that tells us much. 2, 2, 1, that could be interesting. Assuming we start... We can't start up there. We have to either start here or here. If we start here, 2, blank, 2, blank, 1, that does work out. So it's possible to start here. Okay. Where else could we look at? 2 and 3, this is blocked off. We know that. So the 2 has to be this that blocks off this as well. We then got a 3 down here somewhere. Wait, either way. If it starts here or here is irrelevant. If it starts here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These have, no, not X's. These have to be filled out. That's guaranteed. Same with the 7. no matter where it starts, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these have to be filled out. So the 3 is gone here. Then we've got the 4, these two, this, that's gone. Alright, what else can we do? We've got a 2 down here. We don't entirely know yet where we place that. There's a 5 starting here, so we have to, since there's a blank space guaranteed to be here, we have to put these 2 in first. 4 here, same thing, same exact thing. There's a 2 and a 4, so that 2 has to be here, that 4 has to be here. This has to be blank, meaning this has to be filled, this is blank. The 1 is filled, so these are blank. Alright, the 7 is full, so this is blank. Got a 1, 2. The 2 is filled, so this has to be blank. Which means this is a 6. These have to be blank. Alright, there's 2, 2, 1 still. The 1 is gone. If this is 2, blank 2 doesn't fit, so we have to do it like this. Which means these are blank. There's a 2 and a 1. Wait, that doesn't work then. Huh. This doesn't check out. I can't put a 2 and a 1 in there. That's irritating. I mean, let's just complete that and look at why it's wrong afterwards. I mean, that has to be a 2 here, theoretically. Wait. Yep, there we go. I don't know why I've crossed that field out, but it had to be filled. Alright, we found an apple. I almost really messed myself up there. Because those things, they're not as bad as Sudokus in that way, but they are pretty bad. Like, if you get to a point where you've filled out pretty much everything and you notice that there's a contradiction, like something can't work this way, it's very possible that you just have to start from the beginning because you can't figure out where your mistake was. Thankfully, I didn't have to this time. Do you think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is the smoking gun. A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the word murder weapon or a vital clue. Oh. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. I'm sure you'll catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Mm-hmm, it was. Can I actually... No, I can't. How do I... Is there anything else I can investigate? Doesn't... Actually, yes. Okay. More puzzles. Alright, what do we have here? 8 and 1. Yep. This is the usual that we had before. Same thing goes for this one. These need to be like this. And since we've got a 1, 7 here, this starts with an X, this has to be the 1, and this has to be the 7. Same principle, just slightly edged to the right. Alright, 1, 1, 5, I'm pretty sure might also be auto-fillable. This has to be blocked. If I put in 1 here, let's try this out. And a block off 1, I can still fill it. Okay, so that's not yet doable. Alright, we've got a 7 and 1 here though, so that's mirrored from the one down here. So I can just fill that one out. It actually looks like the whole image might... Well, not quite, but it's almost mirrored. Parts of it are. Alright, 2. So that's an X. That starts with a 2 as well. That starts with a 3, so that's an X. That starts with a 5. So that's an X. That starts with a 4, so everything beyond it is an X. That starts with a 4, so that's an X. Same here. Okay, these are already filled out, so these are all X's. Same goes for these here. That means that's a black space, these are filled out. We have to have 2, 3. We have to have 2, 5 actually. We can't fill those out yet. Although, yes, we can. Either of those have to be. This is a 4, this is blank. Either of those are a 1. The question is which of them. We've got a 6 here, so these have to be filled up. So here, these are blank. We're now here with 2. Wait. This doesn't check out. What have I done? This says 2, 3. Wait a second. Something I did was wrong. I don't fully understand how I messed that up yet. This is... Let's put blanks in here for now. Make these blank, fill that out. I don't know why I messed it up, but it should be right now. I think. I'm just gonna continue. Actually, no, this doesn't work. This does work out, yes. There's a 1, 1, 4, so this has to be blank, this has to be filled. These have to be blank, there has to be a 3 here. There we go. Again, I'm not entirely sure what I messed up in the middle there. Or, actually, I know what I messed up, that's why I was able to fix it. I just didn't know why I messed that up. But, we got there in the end. It's Miss Terry Toy. Not fully aware what Miss Terry Toy is. Oh, we got upgraded to an E. Detective rank up. A new bonus puzzle has been added to Scout's memory bank. Ooh, bonus puzzles. We might do that either after every case, or after after completing all the cases. I think I might actually be doing them after each individual case. All right. What's this toy doing here? Hey, be careful with that. Don't you realize what you're holding? Really weird puppet? What? No, it's a Miss Terry figurine. A rare one too, if I'm not mistaken. Huh, I thought it looked familiar. I guess I didn't recognize Becky without a skull on her face. How come it's so valuable? Well, since you're interested, this particular figurine has a small but hilarious mistake. Take a look at that face. Do you notice anything? Aside from strong urge to pull Becky's head off? No, the eyes are the wrong color. Isn't that funny? Like, how do you get the eyes the wrong color on Miss Terry? They only made 200 before they noticed the problem, so they're very rare. I wonder how it got here. I've actually got another one just like it right here in my... Wait, is that mine? You took it out of my bag. You're a thief. A thief? It was just lying here on the floor. On the floor? But it's worth hundreds of dollars. There are people out there that would kill to own this. Calm down. It's just a piece of plastic. Just a piece of plastic. Come on, John. Remember what Dr. Feuerstein taught you. I'm sorry if I shouted. I just can't stand to see priceless collectibles being abused, especially when they belong to me. Sorry, John. I really didn't know it was yours. You should probably take it back before I get any ideas about shoving plastic Becky here into the garbage disposal. No, Dr. Feuerstein says I have learned to share. Besides, you are Detective Oates after all. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? You were kidding about the garbage disposal thing, right? No. Into the garbage disposal it goes. Can I question someone else? Or, click show evidence to show evidence collected by Scout to suspects and prompt new revelations. I've got a toy of you. Fully posable for ages 5 and up. Oh great, even more crappy merchandise? Is that the outfit from the marching band episode? No, it's from one of the alien bug cults. I hated that episode. You know, it took Casey 3 hours to get all that green gunk out of my hair. Excuse me, Miss Cole, I couldn't help overhearing and I have to politely disagree. It wasn't just gunk, it was insect mucus, and it wasn't green, it was grey. I've seen it on VHS about 100 times. I don't care what colour it was, the crap was in my hair. But those details are very important. Without a consistent world, the show would fall apart at the seams. Oh please, it's all made up anyway. As long as I'm there, people will keep watching. But the real fans value internal logic. You've got to construct a rich and consistent canon to build long-term viewership. What the hell have canons got to do with anything? I can't believe you're so ignorant. This is exactly what caused the show to go downhill last season. You ought to be ashamed at what you've done. Downhill? Are you crazy? I've never looked better. This isn't about you. Now I know you're crazy. Well, that'll work for a distraction. I didn't know human faces could display that shade of red. John really cares about the show, huh? I almost feel bad for Becky. He really, really does care about the show. Almost. I think we have everything we need now, Honor. Are you ready to open the event? Ready as I'll ever be. You? I'm looking forward to exploring this ventilation system with you. You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not. I don't know if I'm capable of joking, Honor, but I would like to learn how. Wait, before we climb in, any idea where this vent goes? I don't want to end up in a furnace. You have a furnace on site? I could try mapping the internal topography with active radar. I don't have a clue what that means, but if you think it'll help. Puzzle starts. Alright, we've got a 0 row in the middle this time, which makes these 2 rows down at the bottom here very easy. Also this row, oops, and this row. Alright, we've got 8s here. These are also rather easy to do then. Same goes for this, same goes for this. Alright. Got a 5 and a 4, so this also has to be filled out. And this starts with a 5, so that's fine. A 3 means this square has to be filled out. We start this with a 3 and a 1, which means these have to be filled out like this. Same thing applies here. Now we start this with a 4, then a blank, then 2, then a blank, then 2. We start this with 1, there has to be a blank here, 2. Actually no, we don't know about these yet. 1 blank, 5, that's 4, 5, blank, 2. There's a 1, that has to be 3, that has to be 1. Same thing applies here. These have to be blank, this has to be a 3. This has to be filled out, and there we go. Oh yeah, for a minute there I forgot what I was even doing, like what we were trying to achieve. Yeah, it's the ventilation map. And we got another 6,000 points. Mapping complete. The vent leads to another room of a similar size to this. Probably Blake's office. I didn't think I'd be heading back there so soon. Should I look for another way out? No, if I'm going to find a way to prove I didn't kill him, his office is the best place to start. I just hope we don't run into Detective Cross when we get there. This vent looks pretty tight. You sure we're not going to get stuck in there? Don't worry, Honor. My sensors have already measured your body and... You did what? I took approximate measurements of your body. Compared to the diameter of the ventilation shaft, it's unlikely you'll become stuck. Did I do something bad? Scout, you can't do that kind of thing without asking. Sorry, Honor. I didn't realize. How about you just delete those measurements and we'll pretend this never happened. What measurements? Good boy. Hey, you can make jokes. Come on, let's get into the vent before I start having second thoughts. The vent is open. They climb inside. I don't know what that weird text box was, but sure. Also, if we're just going into Blake's office, why aren't the police there? Or like the detective? No sign of Detective Cross. What's the plan now? Good question. More puzzles? They'll find whoever did this to you, Blake. I'll make sure. Scout, can you see anything? I can currently see 432 objects. Can you be more specific, or should I scan them all individually? No, I mean, can you see anything that might shed some light on what happens? And before you say anything, I don't mean this clamp. Understood, I'll scan the room. Let's get to scanning. Ooh, no red lights on Blake's body. What else do we have in here? Nothing? Oh, not nothing. A chair. A chair puzzle. Okay. This looks a bit more difficult. Like, from first glance, I can't fully tell any of the... or how any of them would be filled out. This is 10 by 10 again, isn't it? Yes, it is. We could start with... maybe we'll start with the 3 and 4. If we go with the 4 down here, where could the highest point be where that would still... like, if I'm just putting these in now, I'm gonna delete them later, but if I put these in here, put a blank here, and the 4 would start here, the earliest. That to me means that these 2 spaces have to be filled out. They can't not be. Because even if the 3 would start further down, these 2 would still have to be filled out to create the 4 down there. So I can take these away, but these 2 need to be there. That also means that this is blank, because the 1 has already been fulfilled here. Okay. Also, well, I don't know exactly what to do with this yet. Can I do anything with the 4 because of this? No, I can't really. But we can do something with the 7. I can do something with the 6. I can do something with the 7 down there as well afterwards. But the 6, we've got... how many fields do we... how many tiles do we have? 7. So the 6... these need to be filled out. The 6th remaining square can either be here or here, but these have to be. Okay. That also means since these are all 1s, these are all 1s, these have to be blank. These are all 1s as well, so these have to be blank. Alright, yeah, down there with the 7. 3 on each side stay free, but these 4 have to be filled out. That automatically means that this row is finished. We've got 1 here, so and 5 afterwards, so that's basically guaranteed. This needs to be blank. Okay, that gives us some more options to work with. We've got 1 and 2, so this needs to be blank. Okay, what else can we do? We've got 4 that needs to be fit into here. And these are 6 spots, so the middle 2 have to be filled out. That means since this is a 1, this has to be blank. This is a 2, so this has to be blank. But we don't know which 2 that is. It could be here, still here or here. These are 1s, so these have to be blank. That's a 2, yeah, that's fine. What can I do now? Actually, yeah, since these have to be blank, because these are 1s, this has to be filled out. Okay. So since there's just a 2 here, this has to be blank. And also these have to be blank. Since there's a 3 here, this has to be blank. Alright, since there's a 4 here that needs to be put into here, these 3 have to be filled out. So that means that because of the 2 here, this has to be black. These rows are finished, so I can cross them out. There's a 2 here, so this could still be in either of those spots, but this is crossed out. There's a 3 down here, so this needs to be full. There's 1. There's a 4 down here, so this needs to be filled out, and this needs to be filled out. What does that mean for this row? This is now complete. this has to be filled out as well, so that makes this complete. What about the rest? There's a 3 here that has to be there. This has to be blank. This has to be blank. This has to be filled out. These have to be filled out if we still want to have a 3 in there. Which means this has to be blank and this also has to be blank. The whole row, both rows even. There's a 1 here and this is the only field remaining in that whole column, so it has to go in here. This has to be blank. This has to be black. This has to be blank. This has to be blank. This has to be black. There we go. Is that a chair? No, a medical report. Oh, interesting. An autopsy, perhaps? I mean, it couldn't have been an... Can it be an autopsy yet? Can you perform autopsies, or do you perform autopsies at the crime scene? Not usually, I don't suppose. This is the medical examiner's report. Detective Cross must have called someone in to check the body. We use these in murder mystery when we need to know the basics about a murder, you know? Cause of death, time of death. People were murdered on your TV show? Well, yeah, it's literally in the title. I didn't realize. I thought you said you were innocent. No one actually dies on the show, Scout. They're just acting. Acting? I see. The show wasn't real. You're just pretending to be an actress. No, I don't have time to explain this right now. Give me a minute to read this report. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Just like the detective said. Time of death approximately 4:30 p.m. Where was I at 4:30 p.m.? According to my internal chronometer, that's when we met in the parking lot. Of course, Scout, I think I just found my alibi. Bill. There we go, there he is.
Miss Mizrahi, what are you doing in here?
You are my alibi, Bill.
You really shouldn't be in here, Miss Mizrahi. You're going to get yourself arrested.
I know I shouldn't be here, Bill, but I couldn't stay in that break room.
How'd you even get out of it? Detective Cross locked the door.
I crawled out through the ventilation system with a little help from Scout here. I'm Scout.
Hi. What is that, a flying fax machine?
He's a robot of some kind. We haven't had much of a chance to get to know each other yet. Scout, this is Bill. He's the studio's one-man security team. And he's not doing a great job considering someone's got killed. Now I know that's not his tasks. Hello, Bill.
Boy, technology these days is amazing, isn't it? My son can fax me his drawings from home and they come out right in my office here. Well, up until last week anyway. Now they've got him doing macaroni art at school. She's gummed up the machine something awful.
Bill, I've got to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. Can you help?
You know I'd do anything to help you out, Miss Mizrahi. I don't want to get in trouble.
What have you been doing since Detective Cross arrived?
He put me in charge of guarding the crime scene. He's got a lot to do, so I'm supposed to make sure no one gets in here or touches anything. You didn't touch anything, did you?
Who, me? Of course not. You've got nothing to worry about, only the medical report. What about the medical examiner's report? You were reading it just a minute ago. Did you forget?
The report? Oh geez, that's super important. I'm gonna be in so much trouble if Detective Cross hears about this.
Thanks, Scout. You're welcome, Honor. I like Scout. What do you think of Detective Cross?
Honestly, he's kind of scary. I told him I liked his badge and he towered over me like some kind of enormous angry telephone pole. I swear he looks twice as big up close. He just stood there frowning at me. Felt like hours. Then he pointed at my tie and said it was unprofessional.
I mean, it is.
I like this tie.
Fair enough. All I want is to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake.
You're a smart cookie, Miss Mizrahi, but shouldn't we let the detective do his job?
And stay in the break room all night? No thanks. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but it's taking too long. At this rate, the real killer is going to get away before he's even interviewed us. I know I'm just an actress in a detective show. Hell, I wasn't even a main character, but I can help.
Maybe, but you're going to need some serious evidence to convince Detective Cross you're not a suspect.
The medical examiner's report says Blake died around 4:30 p.m. I'd left Blake's office way before that.
That's great, but can you prove it? I've seen it in your show. You need evidence.
Scout, did you record anything on those cameras of yours? Yes, Honor. I called her Honor again. Yes, Honor. I automatically keep a cyclical buffer of the past few hours of visual input. However, I have no way of displaying those images. All that technology and they didn't think to give you a printer. Or even a display to display them. I'll add it to the list.
You know, that reminds me of the fancy CCTV system we were supposed to get, and then they trimmed the budget and it ended up only getting installed out in the parking lots. Typical management, I'm telling you. It's all we can't afford, monsieur.
Wait, are you saying there's CCTV outside?
Sure, no one's ever showed me how to use it, but it's there.
Bill, that CCTV will prove my alibi. I was in the parking lot when the murder happened. Can you pull the footage to show to Detective Cross?
Well, in theory, but you need my fingerprint to open the security office door, and I'm supposed to stay here and guard the crime scene.
Guard it from who? Everyone else is locked in the break room.
What if the murderer comes back?
Then Scout will blast him with his death ray.
Really? You can do that?
Oh no, yes, that is a thing he can do. Absolutely. Now could you go and get that tape, please?
Oh jeez, okay, if you're sure, I'll be as quick as I can.
Honor, I don't have a death ray. I know, Scout, just play along, okay? My first real crime scene. It's nothing like I imagined. I thought you pretended to solve crimes on your TV show. I did, and I've read so many mystery novels, seen so many movies. It sounds stupid now, but I guess I convinced myself I'd know how to handle a real murder. But now I'm standing here looking at the body of my friend and... Bill, did you get the tapes already? It's Cross, isn't it? Yeah, it's Cross. Jesus!
Detective Cross will do just fine, thanks. You want to give me an explanation, or shall I skip straight to the handcuffs?
Well, let's try an explanation, shall we?
I can't wait to see how you're gonna try and talk your way out of this.
Okay, I can explain everything.
How'd you even get in here?
Through the air vent.
The air vent? Who do you think you are, John McClane?
Maybe if I hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door like a normal person.
Oh really? My apologies. I didn't realize I should have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene.
I realize this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet.
This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time.
I'm just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend.
And you thought breaking into the crime scene was going to help your case?
Actually, it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill's just gone to get the security tapes.
I was beginning to wonder where he'd gone. Maybe you convinced him to leave so you could screw around with the real evidence.
You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me.
Trust doesn't get you very far in my line of work.
Have you got any leads yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Please, Detective, I was just trying to help.
Being a detective on TV doesn't mean you're qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. It's dangerous, and you don't know the first thing about it.
That's why you're wrong. My dad was on the force.
And I suppose he told you all about it?
He didn't have to. He'd come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. I know what it takes.
Don't make me laugh. I've seen your show. You wouldn't last 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now?
I would blast him with my death ray. He's just kidding, Detective. What's taking you so long anyway? We've been stuck in that room for hours.
I'm just doing my job. There are a lot of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection.
I've read enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong.
So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle.
Oh, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities.
Central's screwing me around again, but it won't work. I might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a desk job yet. It takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it.
Detective Cross, this is Scout.
Looks like something out of Buck Rogers.
Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator?
You better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly.
Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone.
Alright, Miss Rye. I think it's time we move this conversation down to the precinct, don't you?
I got it, Honor. I found the security tape.
Nice of you to join us.
Detective Cross, oh jeez, I mean, what a pleasant surprise.
Maybe I'm getting forgetful in my old age, but didn't I tell you to guard this room?
I am guarding the room. I mean, I just had to go and...
Care to explain how Miss Marble over here managed to get in?
You said to make sure nobody got through that door. You didn't say anything about the air vent. I mean, it's got you there.
So you wandered off and left the murder suspect at the scene of the crime? Alone, with all the evidence?
Well, when you say it like that. I only went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get at the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button?
There's an eject button?
So what do you say, Detective? Care to see my evidence?
You've got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown.
That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? Yep. I'm not surprised. Alright. I mean, there's not much puzzling going on here when we've got these 10 rows. Oh, can I... Ah, that's nice. I didn't notice I could do that. Yeah, these are guaranteed. What do we have here? We've got a 7 and a 1. So this. Same thing here. I'm just gonna make mistakes when I do this, won't I? God, what else do we have? If we start... This has to be blank. This has to be blank. So these are guaranteed. Actually, they aren't guaranteed, are they? No, they're not guaranteed. Okay. Same as here, though. These have to be crossed off. The 8 as well, these are guaranteed. There's 2... 1, 2, 1. Same here, there's 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, there's a 4 here. We can't do much about that yet. Okay, what? Oh, these are finished. I say these. This is finished. Did that actually help me in some way? I know that has to be out. And about this one, same thing here. This has to be a black space. This is done then. Same as this. Which means this has to be the 2s. This has to be... And there we go. What is that? Oh, the CCTV dip. Yeah, I guess. And we're D now. New bonus puzzle.
Okay, what are we looking at?
This is the security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill.
Who's that in the background? Looks like they've got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill?
Them? No, they're just contractors. We get a lot around here, you know.
They're not contractors, they're kids. They've got skateboards, for God's sake.
Didn't you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Oh, jeez.
As enlightening as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful.
I'm getting to that, Detective. Bill, can you fast forward to about 4:30 p.m.? There, that's it. See? That's me standing by my car. I spoke to Bill, then Scout.
Okay, you were in the parking lot. So what?
Those kids must have done it. No. Blake was already dead. Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30 p.m. and the CCTV footage clearly shows I was in the parking lot.
Well, I'll be damned.
Not bad for a TV detective, huh?
I guess not. Now if I can just get you to write me an official statement. Wait a second, how do you know the time of death? Bill, did you let her read the medical report?
Oh, jeez. Yes, he did.
Listen up, everyone. I'll need to keep you here for a little longer.
Please, detective, I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing. I'd have more luck sorting out the Middle East.
If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements.
What about me? Can I help some other way? Scout could.
Listen, Nancy Drew, you got lucky with that CCTV, but that was all it was. Luck. Now go home and let the professionals handle this.
Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer.
I've seen evidence that proves otherwise. Only thing she's guilty of is being a pain in my ass.
You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next?
Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack him with one of my dumbbells.
You brought dumbbells with you on a job?
You never know when you're going to find a spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. Know what I mean?
A reclusive nun would get you what you mean, and even she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you, you've got to let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy.
Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay? I mean it. Any of you try anything and I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania.
Quick question. How cute is this theoretical patrolman? How good is his credit? Does he get on well with his mother?
As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. I'm putting that in my report.
Praise the goddess, we're free, Ish. Guess I should go home now, like you said. Don't feel bad, babe, you've earned it. You said you were going to prove yourself innocent and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? So what are you waiting for? You're free to go. Uh-oh, you've got that look on your face. Don't think you can hide it from me, Missy. I know that look. That's the Honor Misrai. I'm not giving in special. It's just, I got myself out of trouble, but what about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right up until he fired you. But that's just it. It doesn't make any sense. All I could think of at the time was how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing a detective too long, babe. You're starting to sound like one. It's not just me. There's something else going on. I can't just leave.
If you want to keep investigating, Honor, I'm here to help.
Scout, don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people. But you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. So maybe I don't need a real detective after all, because together we can solve anything. If you want to try, that is. Why not? I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, Casey? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely. You know I've got your back. But can I pop to the loo first? I need to go for hours and I'm genuinely scared something's about to burst. Location unlocked. Office. And if I can save here, yep. That's it for the first episode of Murder by Numbers. For a second there, I forgot the game's name. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.